Foden was shocked by what he was seeing from Manchester City at halftime of their Champions League match against Leipzig on Tuesday, even though they were behind 2-0. By the end, he had spurred an incredible comeback, and the reigning champions had triumphed 3-2 to take the lead in Group G and move on to the competition's knockout stage. It was our worst half to date, in my opinion. It was turned around by bravery and motivation, according to Foden. It's wonderful to see that this team has such a positive mindset. As Pep Guardiola's team maintained an undefeated home record in the Champions League that dates back to 2018, Foden scored 1 goal and assisted in the creation of 2 more. In the 54th and 70th minutes, respectively, the England striker assisted Erling Haaland with a goal and leveled the score. Then, to finish the comeback, he contributed to the setup for substitute Julian Alvarez's winning goal in the 87th. With his goal, Haaland broke the record once again, becoming the player who scored 40 goals in the Champions League in the quickest amount of time, 35 games. The Norwegian scored 50 goals in 48 games on Saturday, setting a Premier League record. But with goals in the 13th and 33rd, Leipzig forward Lois Openda appeared to be driving his team to an unlikely victory. That was before City turned the game around after the break and responded like champions, with Foden leading the charge. Guardiola stated, "We had to be as relaxed as possible and we reacted really well. We lead the group, and I'm thrilled with the response we received at the conclusion. The group fights, runs, and is energetic. Since losing 2-1 against Lyon in September 2018, City has gone 29 games at home in the competition without a loss. It has won 7 straight seasons at the top of its Champions Group. Both groups had already earned a spot in the round of 16. After 5 games, City leads Leipzig by 6 points with 15 points. In the round of 16 of the previous season, Leipzig lost 7-0 at this location, suffering its worst European defeat to date. That performance, which included a record-tying 5 goals from Haaland in a single Champions League game, had served as a prelude to what City would go on to accomplish, including their first-ever European triumph as well as their Premier League and FA Cup victories. But Openda's goal put the visitors ahead showed very soon that there would be no repeat of that crushing defeat. The forward from Belgium sidestepped Manuel Akanji's challenge and raced through on goal, beating goalkeeper Stefan Ortega with a shot that went into the bottom corner. By the time he scored his second, Rico Lewis and Ruben Dias for City had wasted opportunities. Once more, Openda took advantage of City's defensive weakness by beating Dias down the left, circling inside Josep Gvardiol in the box, and attempting a low, left-footed shot. Before the half, Haaland squandered another opportunity for the home team, capping a careless display from Guardiola's group. Coach Marco Rose of Leipzig stated, "I told the guys that we made them angry in the first half. It was going to be challenging. That's what we observed in the second half and what we knew." Just after the break, Haaland had the opportunity to pull one back and was at his clinical best. He grabbed Foden's pass, shifted into position, and fired a left-footed effort into the lower corner for his most recent game-winning goal. With 5 goals apiece, the Norway international is tied for the competition's top scorer with Rasmus Højlund of Manchester United and Alvaro Morata of Atletico Madrid. Foden tied the score with a deft move to create space for himself in the box, then fired past Janis Blaswich, the goalkeeper, and between Lucas Klostermann's legs. Foden was involved once more in Alvarez's late goal when the Argentine's cutback was misdirected and the player finished from close range.